Alex Pereira has once again shaken up the combat sports world by calling out none other than the undisputed heavyweight boxing champion Oleksandr Usyk. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Keeping up with the growing trend of MMA stars crossing over into boxing, Pereira made his intentions clear during an appearance on the Jackson podcast. The reigning UFC light heavyweight champion openly expressed his desire to step into the boxing ring against one of the sport's most technically gifted heavyweights. Usyk, known for his elite footwork, ring IQ, and dominant performances, has built an impressive resume, securing victories over top-tier opponents like Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Daniel Dubois. But Pereira, never one to shy away from a challenge, believes he has what it takes to hang with the best in the world. Boxing is something I really want, but you know I'm in a contract with the UFC, Pereira stated. We know McGregor did it. I am the champ, so I'd like to fight a champ. So Alexander Usyk, I feel that I could do really good. His words sparked a wave of reactions throughout the MMA community, with many questioning whether Pereira, despite his legendary striking in MMA and kickboxing, could truly stand a chance against a boxer of Usyk's caliber. Critics quickly pointed out past footage of Pereira struggling against lower-level boxers, highlighting his lack of traditional boxing footwork and the massive skill gap between MMA striking and elite-level boxing. Some skeptics referenced his war with Gigi Prochazka as evidence that he might struggle with Usyk's relentless movement, while others resurfaced his knockout loss to Israel Adesanya to further cast doubt on his ability to handle a world-class boxer. While Pereira only has one professional boxing match, a 2017 knockout win over a journeyman, he has shown flashes of his potential through sparring footage against high-level boxers. In preparation for UFC 303, he released clips of his session with then 22 and 1 pro boxer Dmitro Mitrofanov, displaying his distance control, head movement, and powerful counter-striking. Although the session remained relatively light, Pereira's sharpness was evident. A more competitive 2023 sparring exchange with Olympic-level boxer Khalil Ko, who now holds a 9-1 record, showed Pereira's ability to adapt and trade with skilled boxers. Still, stepping into the ring against a pound-for-pound elite like Usyk is a different challenge entirely. Usyk's unmatched speed, defense, and ability to control the pace of a fight have frustrated even the best heavyweight boxers in the world. If Pereira were to follow through on this call-out, it would be a massive test of his striking abilities in a completely different environment. Would he be able to shock the world and hold his own against Usyk? Or would he, like many MMA fighters before him, find out just how wide the gap is between elite boxing and MMA striking? One thing's for sure, if this fight ever materializes, it would be one of the most intriguing crossovers in combat sports history. Michael Bisping recently addressed the growing conversation around Israel Adesanya and whether he has been relegated to a gatekeeper role in the middleweight division. For Bisping, that notion is far from reality. He was quick to remind everyone that Adesanya is only 35 years old and has only lost to the best of the best, elite-level champions like Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis. These losses, according to Bisping, do not define a fighter's downfall, but rather highlight the high level of competition at the top of the division. Adesanya isn't losing to unranked opponents or struggling against lower tier fighters. He's been in there with the very best, and that alone solidifies his place among the elite. Bisping also pointed out that people often forget about the outside factors that influence a fighter's performance inside the octagon. Adesanya has been dealing with personal issues, particularly some ongoing legal troubles, and those distractions may have played a significant role in his performances. It's easy to look at a fighter's record and assume they've declined, but fighting is as much a mental game as it is a physical one. If a fighter isn't 100% locked in, if there are distractions in their personal life, if their focus isn't razor sharp, it can have a major impact when the cage door closes. Bisping believes this was the case leading into Adesanya's fight against Sean Strickland. When it came to the Strickland fight, Bisping didn't shy away from addressing what went wrong. He suggested that Adesanya may have simply underestimated Strickland. There was likely no version of events in Adesanya's mind where Strickland could beat him, let alone outstrike him. Strickland is known for his pressure-heavy, jab-focused style, but Adesanya had probably anticipated being able to pick him apart at range with his precision striking. What ended up happening, though, was a masterful game plan executed by Strickland. He applied relentless pressure, neutralized Adesanya's usual counter-striking weapons, and stayed defensively responsible, making it nearly impossible for Adesanya to find his rhythm. It was one of the biggest upsets in middleweight history, and Bisping believes it was a wake-up call for Adesanya. Then came the fight with Dricus du Plessis, another tough matchup that proved just how dangerous the South African really is. Bisping acknowledged that du Plessis is no joke. He's a nightmare for anyone in the division. Tough, durable, relentless, and constantly pushing forward. He's the type of fighter who doesn't go away, no matter how much damage he takes. His ability to withstand adversity and keep applying pressure made his victory over Adesanya even more impressive. But does this mean Adesanya has fallen out of the title picture? Has he really been pushed down the rankings to serve as a gatekeeper for up-and-coming contenders? Bisping doesn't think so. The reality is, Adesanya has accomplished too much in this sport to be written off just yet. He's still one of the most skilled and dangerous strikers in MMA, and his ability to bounce back from setbacks has been proven before. But the real test comes this weekend. Adesanya is set to face Nasruddin Imavov, and according to Bisping, this fight will reveal everything about where Adesanya currently stands. Imavov is an incredibly skilled and well-rounded fighter. He has world-class abilities in all areas of the game, and he presents a serious challenge for anyone at 185 pounds. If Adesanya wins convincingly, the conversation shifts. He's no gatekeeper, he's still a top contender, but if he loses again, the doubts will only grow louder. So now, all eyes are on this weekend's fight. Is Adesanya still the force he once was, or is this the beginning of a decline? Is he still a future title challenger, or has the division truly moved past him? One thing's for sure, this fight is going to give us all the answers. Just weeks after his hard-fought victory over Umar Nurmagomedov, champion Merab Dvalishvili shared an unexpected and amusing post-fight story during an exclusive interview with Georgia Satanta Sports. What started as a lighthearted joke on social media turned into a moment of unexpected drama behind the scenes. According to Dvalishvili, days after their bout, Umar personally called him with a request. He wanted a meme taken down. The post in question, a simple yet humorous jab. Before their fight, Umar had proudly shared a picture of himself standing alongside UFC President Dana White and a matchmaker, a sign of prestige in the fight world. But after securing his victory, Merab decided to play on that moment, taking the same picture and replacing Umar's head with his own. The caption implied a shift in status, suggesting that now he was Dana's new favorite. Apparently, Umar didn't find it funny. He called Merab asking, no, begging for him to remove the post. Merab, however, found the whole situation hilarious. He mocked Umar for what he described as crying on the phone over a harmless meme. Can you imagine if they had won the fight? He scoffed. They wouldn't have stopped posting on social media. To Merab, Umar's reaction only solidified what he already believed. Being a great fighter is one thing, but being honorable? That's a whole different level. The conversation then shifted to another intriguing aspect of the rivalry, his interaction with Khabib Nurmagomedov, a fighter Merab has publicly respected in the past. When asked if they had spoken after the fight, Merab kept it brief. They shook hands, nothing more. But he did acknowledge the clear tension between the two camps, a dynamic made all the more intense by the heated build-up to the fight. While Merab gave Umar credit as a skilled competitor, he made it clear that respect must be earned outside the cage as well. And as far as he was concerned, Umar's behavior after the fight showed just the opposite. Thanks for tuning in. If you're as intrigued by this potential clash as we are, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking MMA news and updates. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss what's next.